Original versus Definitive, a series where I look at both versions of GTA Vice City and see which one is better. Today we'll compare the mission Back Alley Brawl, in which you talk to Ken Rosenberg, travel to the Malibu Club, talk to Kent Paul, visit a chef, waste said chef, pick up his phone, meet Lance Vance, waste 3 more chefs, drive to Emanation with Lance, and finally arrive at your hotel. We'll compare tasks, execution, speedrun tactics and gameplay. Both games are completely vanilla, played on PC. I'm your host Barry Infols. Leave a like and subscribe for more of the same. Now let's see how Back Alley Brawl compares between both versions. Alright, apart from Ken's office being in a completely different location to the one in the original, as discussed in the previous video, there's nothing different at the start of this mission, nothing significant in the opening cutscene, nothing on the drive to the Malibu. In the Malibu, however, we meet Kent Paul, who has grown a mustache in the Definitive Edition. I don't know what he was thinking. I guess mustaches were more fashionable back in the day, but this just doesn't suit him. Anyway, in the original, although hard, you can see through these doors and make out maybe a street or a building or something. You can see something through the door. In the Definitive Edition, nothing is visible through this door. When you activate Leo's cutscene, you see how in the original Tommy approaches him and they talk face to face. In the Definitive, this does not happen and they conversate side to side. It looks so weird, man, if you ask me. When you finish beating him up, right before the next cutscene appears, you won't be able to move your camera in the original version. However, in the Definitive you will, as you can see. This is the mission where you get introduced to the fighting mechanics and the guns. And there's not really much to say, except that in the original, there's always a crosshair on the screen, while in the Definitive there isn't unless you aim or start shooting. Also, is it just me or have they completely changed Lance's race in this game? He looks exceptionally dark here, we can't even see him. Maybe it's the lighting in the cutscene or something, I don't know, but in the original he looks quite different. Once you arrive at Emanation, you also notice how each weapon is not even attached to the wall, because they're all floating in the Definitive, while in the original they are not, as you can see. One item, the armor, is even completely broken. Looks like they used a pickup icon for it instead of a stationary one like the original. And yes, I checked, you cannot pick it up without paying. That would be way too funny. Nothing else to comment on, so let's move on to the speedrun section. The first method we use in a speedrun is bailing out of the bike when reaching the Malibu and landing on the marker. If your bike is close to you, it will park itself perfectly in front. This is all possible in the Definitive Edition as well, and is even easier since you can despawn vehicles in front of you. Next is Leo. We don't actually have to fight him or talk to him, but we can run him over in a vehicle. This is still possible in the Definitive Edition. One thing though, once you waste him in the original, the game activates a cutscene and teleports you right next to the phone. In the Definitive, however, you keep going and you have to get back so you can pick it up. Quite inconvenient since you have to either break early or go back, wasting valuable time. And this concludes the speedrun talk. Overall, I'm not happy with the changes in the Definitive Edition, especially the speedrun part. It's slower and more inconvenient. On top of that, icons in Emanation are broken too, so I'll declare the original as the winner in this mission. Agree or disagree, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want, you can also like, subscribe and ding the notification bell so you don't miss many more comparison videos. Thank you for watching, and a very special thank you to my top channel members and patrons: Monish Purdy, Alex Chavez, Max Robinson, LMP Racing, House the Chowder, Max Rich, Smokio and everybody else on the screen. Become a supporter today.